person, look, this is what I do. I don't work on a symptom. I'm working on this thing called subluxation. It breaks the cell structure down. What I'm explaining to you. Now, what do you want me to do? You want me to fix the cause of your problem? You want me to just treat your symptom? I have a history sheet. On the back it says, how do you want us to work with you? You want symptom relief? No problem. But I will tell you that if you've got a problem that's going to gradually get worse, it's like saying to the mechanic, what do you want, temporary relief in a wheel or fixing it? Well, just give me temporary relief. Okay, here's some grease, see you later. It's good, but the mechanic has to say, this is not right, it's going to cause you a problem, it's going to break down, I'll do whatever you want, but you know what, here's the way it works. Some chiropractors don't tell you that. That's why you look and you go, wait a minute, why are you doing this? And this guy told me, he fixed me in 3 visits. You're telling me it's going to take me 3 months. Fixed what? Fix the symptom or fix the problem? 2 different things. Okay? So now, how do we do this? We use a technique. I've taught this all over the world for the last 25 years. I've taught over 30,000 chiropractors this technique. I did not invent it. Okay? But I teach it. I teach rehab. I teach how to fix spines, how to fix scoliosis, how to do all this. So here's how it works. This is a very systematic, predictable result, okay? The first thing I want to tell you is this. The reason you're subluxated, the reason your posture is off is because you have triggered the nervous system to tell muscles to pull. Here's how it works. You got a nerve. The nerve is telling the muscle how to pull. The muscle holds the bone moves. Your nervous system is telling the muscles how to pull. So now, we get into a whiplash injury. In a whiplash, the head whips back and forth. You have what's called nerve receptors. Nerve receptors are pressure sensitive, so they respond to pressure. There's fast ones and slow ones. Basically, in a nerve receptor, they're all over your body. They never go to sleep. So watch this. If I bend this way, I don't fall over because as soon as I bend, the nerve receptors are activating to tell the brain where I'm at so it can counterbalance my muscles. If I do fast motions, the fast nerve receptors are firing. Well, here's how this works. It just so happens that you got a fast nerve receptor and a slow nerve receptor going to a common nerve. So this is your common nerve here. You got a fast receptor and slow receptor going to this nerve. It's then going to signal other nerves and telling the muscle how to pull. What they found in neurology is that the more nerve gets impulses through it, it builds bigger and bigger and bigger. It's called connections or dendritic sprouts. You don't have to remember that. These are the connections. So what they found is this. When an impulse is passed through a set of neurons to the exclusion of the other ones, it'll tend to take the same course on future occasions. Let me ask you a question. You ever hear of erosion? You're out in the field, you're driving in Colorado, you're going out driving home. You see all these divots in there. There was water going in there at some point in time, maybe way before you were alive. With water, started creating it. Next time, more water. Next time, more water. As soon as it started grooving in there, where do you think the water's going to go? Over there or over there? In neurology, it's the same thing. Now watch, this is very, very important. Everybody perk up and listen to this one thing. Don't fall asleep yet, we're almost done. When the nerve impulses are flowing, nerve impulses are like cars on a highway. So now you got a 4-lane highway and you got a 1-lane highway. Well, if you're trying to get home, where are you going? On the 1-laner or the 4-lane? Which is the better chance to get home faster? The 4-lane. When you have stress, there's a lot of nerve impulses. They're finding the nerve pathway to flow inside your body. Guess what? If you've had a nerve that's flowing to a muscle, and it's been like that for a long time, like let's say I look at your posture and your head's like this and you have 2nd-degree stage arthritis, you've been having this going on for 25, 30 years. Well, guess what? When that nerve is firing to that muscle and you get under stress, it's going that way. The reason you come in here 4 days a week when I do correction, it only takes 3 to 5 minutes, is because right now the scale is off. You've been doing this, and now all of a sudden, every time, the nerve is much thicker. It's got much more connection over here. When I do an adjustment, it's a triggering mechanism to fire the nerve to the opposite muscle. So gradually, it changes its nerve-muscle memory. That's the important part. You have to understand that chiropractors have never moved a bone into place. They never have. You know what they do? They trigger with an adjustment as a quick, high-velocity input to trigger the fast nerve receptor, which goes over to the muscle, which tells the bone how to pull. So when you come in here, all I'm doing is once I see your pattern, you're like this, or whatever you are, I put you in the opposite position, and I fire the nerve impulse. And then at home, you're doing certain things to work on the slow part of the nerve receptor. When you work on both of them, it's going to take that nerve, and it's going to trigger the nerve impulse, and it's going to start to work on this one harder than this one harder than this one. Now here's the other thing. Once I fix it, this nerve will always be more active than this one, but it'll be closer. So what does that mean? It means that when you get under stress, you'll hold the adjustment and you won't just slip out of alignment. Right now, you go and get stressed. I don't care if it's a physical stress, like lifting up a bucket. I don't care if it's mental stress, like, something happened at work or whatever the case may be. You didn't get enough sleep, emotional stress. When you're stressed, your nervous system is wacky in its nerve impulses. There's tons of them flying all over the place. Guess what happens? They go to the nerve that has the most connections. So you come in, you're all stressed out about something, and you're more subluxated. You're more out of alignment. How'd you get like that? Well, I didn't lift anything. I don't know what I did. You were stressed. Stress is processed by the nervous system. That's how it works. So when you come in, I'm adjusting. You don't go in and out and in and out. It's like saying, well, I go to the gym and I lift weights and I look great. Man, I went on a diet for one day and I lost 50 pounds. I look great. But next day, I gained the 50 pounds back. What? It doesn't make sense. This is a process. Your body adapts all the time. So as we're inputting you in the place you need to go, it's adapting. That's why we're so adamant about don't miss an appointment, get in here. It's not because I want to see you so much. I want to save you time and money. You want to do it right. Do it just the way we tell you to do it. Stay on track, do the things we're telling you, and all of a sudden, we can't tell you when your symptoms are going to go away. That's impossible. What we can tell you and predict, because we've done this long enough and seen clinical research, clinical trials, we say, yeah, chances are they're going to get better. Because we know, we've seen it happen before, just like the dog. Okay, so now, here's the deal. This is what we look for. We look that you should have these three curves.